Hi, this is 1 Trillion Hobbies, a place where we create without any pressure. And today, I want to show you something I made. This is my first quilt. It's not perfect, but I'm actually really proud of it. I recently started learning quilting and I have already made quite a few mistakes. So today, I'm sharing 5 of them. I'm still learning, but maybe this might help someone else. I am proud of it now, but trust me, while making this, I struggled more than I expected. And I learned a lot the hard way. So here are 5 mistakes I made as a beginner. Number 1. Not marking seam lines. The first mistake I made was with measuring. I did add extra fabric for the seam allowance, but I didn't mark where I was actually supposed to stitch. This is the stencil I made to mark the fabric and make sure that all the squares are of the same size. You can clearly see where I went wrong. Only the squares were similar in size, but no marking of the seam lines. So when I joined the squares together, they didn't line up properly. Sometimes my stitches went too close to the edge. You can see it here. After some handling, the fabric started fraying near the stitches, and in one place it even opened up. So remember, consistent seam allowance is very important. Number 2. Stitching both layers at once. When I was attaching the edge fabric, I tried stitching the top and the bottom layers together in one go. I thought it would save time, but in some areas, only the top fabric was stitched. When I flipped it over, parts of the bottom layers weren't caught at all. You can see it here. I had to stitch all over again. It doesn't look as neat as compared to the other areas. So remember to go slow. Number 3. Not ironing before adding the inner layer. Another thing that I skipped was ironing the quilt top before adding the inner batting. I didn't realize pressing the seams makes such a difference. I thought ironing was done just so that your work looks neat. But because I didn't iron it flat, the layers didn't sit as evenly as they could have. So don't skip the step and do iron your fabric before adding the inner layer. Number 4. Using thread instead of yarn for tags. Another small but important mistake. I added thread tags to the quilt. I later realized I should have used yarn instead. Yarn holds better and gives more structure, while threads can look too thin and fragile for that purpose. It's a small detail, but small details really matter in quilting. So try using yarn instead of threads for tags. Number 5. Rushing the process. And I think the biggest mistake I made was rushing. I was way too excited to see the final result, and I wanted to finish it as quickly as possible. But quilting doesn't reward rushing. It rewards patience. So be patient and the results will speak for themselves. I'm still learning and I'm sure I'll make more mistakes. But I think that's part of starting something new. If you're learning quilting too, I hope this helps you avoid a few of the mistakes. If you would like me to make a full quilting video from start to finish, maybe more like a beginner tutorial, let me know in the comments. I would love to try that. If you enjoyed this and would like to stay for more creative experiments and hobbies, you're always welcome to subscribe. See you in the next hobby. Bye.